What's your name this week?
I don't know.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters. Out on location tonight at the Wardsend Cemetery in Sheffield. We thought we'd come back down here. We were supposed to have gone to another location tonight, but due to lack of members coming out, we've ended up back here at Wardsend, and we wanted to come back here because there were a few things that we wanted to finish off. Anyway, we're going to Diane's going to tell a little bit of brief history about the location where we are tonight, and tell you that what's been reported here. So I'm going to put it over to Diane, and she's going to.
I will try to be as brief as possible.
Well, try not to be too brief. We need to know the ins and outs of Wardsend Cemetery and what it was for, what happened, and blah de blah and blah de blah.
I'll try to make it as quick as possible, but with information. Okay, so it's a Victorian cemetery.
Yep.
We're in the Owlton district of Sheffield.
Yep.
And it was consecrated by the Archbishop of York in 1859.
Yep.
And it says here, because I've been on two sources and there's conflicting data, so I've got both.
Yep.
It says it closed to legal burials in 1968.
Yep.
The ground was purchased by John Livesey in 1857, and he was the vicar of the nearby St Philip's Church. As an overspill burial ground, he bought 5 acres of it, of the land, and he paid towards the building of a chapel and a sexton's house.
That's what should have stood there.
Yeah, we're going to try and see if we can find the
markings.
The markings that's left from it, because it's all
foundations.
Foundations and things, because it's all gone. So the first burial of the Wardsend Cemetery was a 2-year-old little girl named Anne Marie Marsden in 1857. And there's a tradition with the cemeteries that the first person to be interred is the guardian of the cemetery, so that's what they say, that she's the guardian. There is some noteworthy people that are actually buried here. George Lambert, a highly decorated Irish soldier, and there are some of the poor victims.
Yeah, that's George Lambert's grave.
That's the one you found.
It's just through those trees there.
Yeah, it's just up here. You found that the last time we were here. So there's the victims, some of the victims from the Great Flood, when the Dale Dyke Reservoir collapsed. So there are some people here that happened in the 11th and 12th of March 1864.
That's the Hillsborough flood.
Yeah. Right, so also we've got a number of service personnel from the First and Second World War, and there is the Hillsborough Barracks over there, so that's where
that's where Morrison stands now.
Is that right?
That's where Morrison stands.
Right, so they're from the 6th, the 19th, 24th, 33rd, 51st and 55th regiments of the Foot Victorian Army. And they're from 1866 to 1869, so that's all those people there. There is a memorial to those soldiers that gave their life from both World Wars, and there's epitaphs and stuff, and dedications to Bible readers, and there's a Philadelphia Wesleyan Church member, secretary of the Sheffield Anglican Society, and there's a young boy that tragically died working in a colliery aged 15. There is 20,000 burials that's taken place, and in 1901 they actually purchased another couple of acres, which is where the railway is, at the back of the railway. And this is the only cemetery in England that's got a railway that runs through it. And this is where the discrepancy comes with the two sites that I was researching.
I always thought it was the only railway, so
I don't know.
I thought it was
Possibly.
that. It might be, might not be.
It's just the sites that I were researching all the things from. And this is a discrepancy with the two sites what I were researching off. It says the final burial was in 1977.
Yep.
Now, the other site said it was 1968. So there's a bit of discrepancy there. And it was officially closed completely in 1988. and it has been neglected a lot, and there's not weed and all kinds of things. But there is Friends of Wardsend Cemetery who are trying to, they're trying to do something.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting. This bit's really interesting, and I've got two conflicting stories with this
Yeah,
as well.
because on the back on there it says with nearly 30,000 burials, including
Yeah.
soldiers from the nearby Hillsborough barracks and victims of the Great Sheffield
Yeah,
Flood.
I've got-
What did you get? 1864. Did it say on there? Because it says 1864 on.
From 1866 to 1869, it's just a range. Of
Right, it says
people.
1864 on the back of.
That's what I'm saying. There's a few discrepancies with the history of the place, but this should be official. We should go with this one. Right, so in 1862 there was 3,000 people rioted because they found that the vicar, Reverend Livesey, and his sexton Isaac Howard was body snatching basically and selling them to the universities to dissect.
Sheffield University, yeah.
To dissect. Now they denied it, and I've got two conflicting stories. One said there was no evidence and they got away scot-free, and the other one said that the vicar went to prison for a week and his sexton went to prison for 3 months.
Is that Handy Sexton?
The sexton, it's the church sexton, which was Isaac Howard.
All right. What's sexton? Do we know?
It's somebody that looks after the church. Do you know what? I should know that, but
Can you look up on your phone what a church sexton is,
it's the caretaker.
Jeanette? Is it a caretaker?
It's the caretaker because there was a mortuary and a chapel here.
Oh yeah.
Aren't we a bit? I should have looked at that. That's my fault.
Yeah. Well, church sexton. I don't know how that's spelled. Is it SEXTON?
Yeah.
Sexton.
Yeah. The thing is, though, this public meeting that they had with these people, it went to a place called Peacock Inn, Hoyle Street, where Temperance Hall, which is the other end of Sheffield. They had this meeting, and then
Is that where you said was near the Three Tons pub,
yeah,
where we've been to?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it mean, sexton?
It's an officer of a church, congregation or synagogue charged with the maintenance of its building.
Like the caretaker.
Yeah.
Caretaker then.
Yeah, they call them wardens, don't they? What wardens? That kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah, so what happened was they got charged with unlawful disinterment of the bodies of two children, the William Henry Johnson and Charlie Hinchcliffe. So, like I said, I've got two conflicting stories.
Yeah.
One says they both got away with it, and then the other one says the vicar went to prison for a week, and then Howard, he went for 3 months, and then afterwards, Livesey, the vicar, he was pardoned.
Did you say it said in there, but they snatched bodies of just children?
Yeah, there is 15, 16-year-olds and children, and there's an eyewitness account. I've got that. I'll just find it.
Yeah,
I've got an eyewitness account of somebody that was doing what was he doing? What's his name? Where are you? Robert Dixon. He was a labourer.
Yep. Let me turn my light on.
So he said, and this is his own words from his own thing, I observed a curious smell in the room above the stable. I thrust some knots out of the deal boards and looked down into the stable.
What's that?
You know the knots in wood, knocked them through so I could see. So I had to look down down underneath, and then there was they'd been there 3 weeks, and he saw 20 coffins, some of persons about 15, 16 and 10 years old. Others were those of stillborn children. None of them appeared to be the coffins of grown-up persons. I had seen Howard lock and unlock the door, so obviously he knew, and the coffins were not covered with anything. They were lying on the ground, piled in heaps on top of each other. Some broken up coffins piled in a corner.
Those broken up coffins could have been the ones what the body snatched.
Yeah, and then he says, the day I flitted last Monday, I and several other men saw in the stone shelf near the house 4 or 5 sides and lids of coffins. So it's like that's an eyewitness account.
Was that from these churches here? What was at the side?
Gather, yeah. Because they've all been.
Have you got that map of that? We can look at
so
that.
the mortuary and chapel. So it's something to do with this. Well, this is what I'm saying. There's conflicting stories, but mortuary and chapel should be here, which is there.
So we're here. Those steps, aren't they?
Yeah.
So the mortuary is just behind here from the sign.
That's what I think.
From where we are, it looks like it, doesn't it? Because that's the path. That's the path going up. And so it's got to be in that wooded area over that way.
Yeah, just there, I think.
So,
because obviously that path is still there.
Yeah.
Because where Lucy went down there last time, so that path is still there. So we should.
So that's got to be where that burial. Do you know where the soldiers' burial site here? Just over there.
That's the
path goes up.
Goes straight up. Yeah. And obviously the railway bridge.
Yeah.
And the hauntings around here are supposed to be Livesey and Howard and children.
Yeah.
But there's nothing actually. There's no evidence throughout. They've even said witchcraft is associated to it and a cursed grave, but there's no actual evidence of any of it. So let's see what we get. I mean, we've had stuff here before anyway. We've had a growl.
Yeah.
We've had.
We've had growl. We've had photos of children.
Yeah, we did.
On a tricycle, Victorian style clothing. A dog. We had last time we come here. We had the lady.
Oh yeah, we had the lady
talking about jam and bacon.
And we had a voice on the SB7 that said, "The man's voice said I like jam. I like jam." Joining in.
Yeah, that was male voice, weren't it?
Male voice. I like jam.
Yeah. We got that, and then she told us about jam. She said jam on the SB7. Then she was talking to us on Ouija board about
because
bacon.
she said her name was Edie. And she on the Ouija board she said her name was Edie.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And she actually said it.
Yeah, she said Edie on the thing.
SB7.
On the SB7.
Yeah,
and then she said she did baking, and she was coming through Wardsend Cemetery to visit her son.
She's not from here, but she was just passing through.
Yeah. So there you go.
And then we think we got some children last time because they were touching and playing with the things and REM pods and various gadgets and gizmos.
Yeah, that's
An emotion sensor, a vibration sensor I've got that's never worked before.
Yeah.
That actually worked here.
Yeah, it did.
It's never gone off before. So that was quite good for that to go off first time in couple 2 years.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah.
See what we get.
So see what we get. Anyway, we got Janet with us. She's walking away.
Oh, I am walking away.
You can't walk away. I'm not allowing you to walk away.
Camera.
So we got Janet here, and myself and Diane. So
am I Diane today?
Yeah, up to now you're Diane.
I'm Janet.
Okay. Oh, you're Janet.
I'm Janet today.
Yeah.
Martin makes his names up with.
Yeah, it's Jeanette, isn't it? But I always say, why do I always say Janet?
I don't know. I answer to her anyway, so I'm not going to say.
I'm not going to say the names what I usually answer to. Usually names what the wife calls me. So what we'll do, we'll leave you for now.
For a change, because usually we'll have the middle.
Well, I'm going to have a pop up to that George. What is it? What's his name? George, thingy, the Irish soldier.
Lambert.
George Lambert. I'm going to have a look at his grave again. There's about 3 or 4 graves around there of soldiers. Most of them are from World War II.
Yeah.
But I put some information on about the last time about George Lambert when we came last time, and he was very highly decorated.
Yeah.
He was in the army for quite a few years. I think he also was he stationed in Africa? Something like that. I can't remember now.
But I do know that people do. He's on the history.
Yeah.
Was on the history, but like I said, I've got like a couple of conflicting stories, so we need to see which ones are right and which ones aren't.
So yeah, that's it.
And that's all.
So there you go, everybody. We'll be going into the woods and setting up and we'll catch you soon. The gypsies are still here at the Wardsend cemetery, making a little bit of a mess with the stuff here. It's not good, is it? It looks a bit of a jungle, like something from France, and they've been here for quite a while now. Anyway, we're going to be walking up this path here up into the woods. When we get set up, I'll take you to show you the burial site of George Lambert. I only found him on my last visit, and I did a little bit of research about him. He was a very highly decorated soldier. I think he was a sergeant, if I remember. I don't know if he got promoted after that, but he'd seen a couple of conflicts during the I think it was the 1800s there. I can't remember. My memory is absolutely shocking. But yeah, we'll go up there. We're just going to be local here because of the car park, because we do get a lot of people driving in and out of here. So okay, everybody, we'll be back soon and get our ghost hunting equipment, and we'll make us way up the path, and we'll catch you soon when we're doing this bit of ghost hunting. Bye bye for now. Catch you shortly. Alright everybody, we set up a few things here. We're at the small cenotaph here. Set up, got a few things down on the ground here. Got some lights down, got some REM pods down. But I'm going to take a walk. Diane mentioned on our last video. Sorry, at the beginning of the video there, when she was giving a bit of a talk about the cemetery here, and there was one person that she mentioned was a guy by the name of George Lambert. He's a soldier. I got to try and figure out now where his grave is. It's somewhere around this part of the cemetery, and I'm not sure. Oh, that's a bit seems to have been. Oh, it's not. So I've got to figure out now where George Lambert is, and like I said, he's around this bit of the area. Okay. Do you know what, everybody? I feel a bit uneasy tonight. I don't know. I just oh, I think it's up here. I remember a path going up. Oh, that's collapsed. So this one. No, I think it's here. Yes, it's. This is the grave of George Lambert here, I believe. Let me see here. Yep, George Lambert says it just there. George Lambert. So he was a soldier. He was an Irish soldier based here at Hillsborough Barracks, and I believe he did quite a few. Was in quite a few conflicts as a soldier. I believe he was. I'm not sure if he was a sergeant, if I remember. Slug. In memory of George Lambert, Lieutenant something. I think I can't remember if they made him a lieutenant afterwards or before he died. I can't remember the full story, but I believe that he was also in the Boer War as well. So yeah, this is the grave of George Lambert, and there is quite a few articles about him on the internet if you do a search about this soldier here. and what do you call it? There is some information in a local church as well. I can't think what that church is called now. So this is one of the soldiers, George Lambert. There is a couple of other soldiers in the cemetery here as well. There's a couple of I believe World War II soldiers. Anyway, George, I don't know if you remember me. I was here a few months ago, and I came to see you. I hope you're well and doing fine. Well, you're in spirit world anyway. I'm hoping your spirit is fine anyway. I'm hoping that your soul is in good health there, and that you're doing good. And like I said, I have come here before, and I have spoken to George and said hello to him. So I trust you well, George, and you're good anyway. I'm hoping that your soul is good, and so on there. But I'm just going to take a walk up here, George, and take a look at some stuff that's going off up here. So there's somebody walking in the cemetery here. So yeah, there's two. Yeah, there's one of the soldiers over this way. I'm not sure if there's two. I'll have to just take a look. There were some people just walking past me here just then. Just seeing where they're gone to, because I'm here on this bit on my own. So yeah, there's a soldier here, a World War II, I believe, soldier, and also there's another soldier down below, if I remember. I think there's another one just up there as well. So we've got 19505 PTE J. Richardson, York and Lancasters, 16th of the 6th, 1918. So he must have died in World War I there. So I know there's a World War II. So he must have been in World War I. I feel so uneasy tonight. I really do. I don't know why, but when I came in here earlier on, I went back down to the car, and I don't usually feel uneasy when I'm in Wardsend Cemetery, but tonight I don't know, there's something about it that's making me feel very uneasy. And sometimes, if you watch my videos before of me walking around this, I'll walk around this cemetery on my own, but this evening it just I don't know. I don't know why, but I've got this uneasy feeling, really have. So I forgot the name of it now because I feel that uneasy. I feel like there's people watching me. You know, when you get that feeling of being watched, and I get that feeling right here. And so who we got here again? PTE J. Richardson, York and Lancaster. Okay, I just heard the noise behind me there. So Pete Richardson, J. Richardson, sorry, not Pete Richardson. But yeah, there's supposed to be another gravestone, another cross that's in here, and I can't think where it is. And because I feel so uneasy tonight, I'm not going to bother looking. To be honest with you, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable. And like I said, I've walked around this place on my own many a times before. In the past. But tonight's just got that strange atmosphere about it. It might pass a bit later on, I'm not sure, but at the moment I feel a bit uncomfortable walking here on my own. I really do. I can see the lights from the rent pods through the trees there. Oops. So yeah, that's George Lambert's gravestone. And I mean, I've walked up and down this path on my own many times on my own while everybody's been somewhere else. And I've walked through the cemetery. Never really batted an eyelid. But just this evening, I just feel so different. I feel like I said, I feel like I've been watched. I feel like there's many spirits here watching me right now. Now there was something down there I read last time, I'm sure there was. Was one down one of these. What's this here? Husband. So you can read on that is his husband. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk back down and probably go through the bikeway. Now let me just take a look here, just down this bit here. Like I said, I feel very uncomfortable. But I'm sure I read something around here regarding something. Maybe may not have been here. I feel like there's somebody behind me. I really do. I feel very uncomfortable. Why are you making me feel so uncomfortable? Are you curious who I am? You've seen me here many times before in the past. I've been here many times. I come to see people. Well, not come to see people, I come to speak to you. My name's Martin. So I have been here quite a few times. There's nothing to be afraid. You're making me afraid right now, because I feel that I've been watched. Not by just one or two of you. I feel like there's quite a few people here tonight watching, and it's making me feel very uneasy. I'll go back down to the girls here. You always say it's better to be safe in numbers. Oops, I nearly fell on the floor. Oh yes, was this it? So it's regarding sheep, if I remember. That's what I was looking at. I think the last time I come here with the picture of the sheep here. So I wasn't too sure if this could have been a sheep farmer or anything like that. Anyway, I'm going back down the path here. I just don't feel tonight. I just don't feel right. And you know the funniest thing about it, I did mention to Diane and she, oh shit, that looked like somebody bent down then. I don't know if it was because I changed the angle of the camera. I don't know. I'm going back down the path. I'll probably come back up here a little bit later on. I feel a little bit better, but at the moment I don't. And yeah, when we were at the beginning of the video, before Dan started reading out about the cemetery here, I started getting chest pains for some no reason. Like I was feeling somebody's pain. I was okay myself when I came here. It's when we got out of the car and started, just before we started filming, I just didn't feel too good, and there's another one with a book here. What's this one? St. Matthew. St. Matthew. There's a big one here. Not sure if this is to a family here. In loving, erected by his loving mother, in memory of Herbert William, son and only child of Anne Jane and Henry Westnedge or something, and grandson of the late John Register of Summit Fairview, Walkley. He departed this life June 28, 1819, aged 6 years old, and G. Weeks' mother gave in years and pain the only flower she had to love. Do you know, it's heartbreaking that, do you know, when it's a child, 6-year-old child, and it does upset me when I see gravestones like this. I'm quite upset now with regards to it. It hurts me knowing that a child has passed away. He's never had that chance. 6 years of its life, it only had. It never got to grow up. It never got to feel the of having a proper life, and that's really sad when it comes to a child. I think that hurts me more than anything else. When it comes to children, I've lost a brother myself. He was about 5 years old, and maybe because I know what it feels like to lose a brother, that it is so painful. My brother was a couple of years younger than me, so I was about 7 when he passed away, 7 or 8. Anyway, that's the other grave here, and that is of 204142 GNRA Grundy RFA 28th of the 6th 1919. Okay, so it must have been First World War then. I'm sure I've seen one with World War II in here. which was another one. I may be wrong, I've got the dates wrong. But yeah, when it comes to a child, a young child, it really is heartbreaking. I knew of a family that was a friend of mine many years ago, and they lost their child, and I went to the funeral, and I tell you something, it was the ever worst funeral I ever went to, and they was lowering him into the ground, and they had the church service. Then we all walked to where they was going to take him, and as they was placing him in the ground, the mother overcome with emotion because of burying the child, and she started running through the graveyard and falling over. It was the worst funeral I ever attended, and losing the child is what I call it. It's got to be the biggest pain of anything there. So yeah. So I do feel for all the people that has lost a child, because well, I didn't lose a child personally myself. Oh, did y'all just make a move up there? Huh? Did y'all just make a move up there? Hey? But yeah, losing especially being hey. No, I don't know what it was. Ooh. Something like losing a mother losing a child is must be the really painful thing that you can go through, and this is why I have a lot of arguments with regards to religion. That a man called God can take somebody's child away from them, and that is what they call it. That's not called for, really isn't. So I do apologise a bit about my emotions there, but I do get emotional when it comes to young children. It hurts me because I've lost my brother. It's all this now. All the gravestones have disappeared from this part. It's all more or less woodland now. All gone. Apart from a few graves up there. One day they'll probably take it and build houses on here, and build a housing estate like anything else. It's a wonder if they've not taken it now, actually. Parts of it that don't have any gravestones on, and wanted to build housing development on here. Anyway, I'm going to walk back to Diane and Jeanette and do a little bit of ghost hunting. And thanks for joining me on this walk. Sorry for my little bit of being a little bit of emotional there, but I do get like that when it comes to, if I see the grave of a child, it does affect me. More with an adult, it's not so much, especially if they're elderly. and they've had a life, but when it comes to a child there, it really does affect me, and I don't like it. Anyway, I'm back. The video's going to end, so we'll catch you shortly. Oh yeah.
And then when you
Motion sensor? What motion sensor?
over there,
What, those lights I put
Yeah.
down?
over there, yeah. And then we've just obviously been watching you go up there, and as you panned round, there's two trees near to each other, one tree a bit further.
Yeah.
It looked like a figure in between the two trees.
Right.
And as I was telling,
I was up there.
no, no, you were, but you were up there. And
Right.
you was panning round with the light.
Okay.
And then, as I was telling Jackie, I says, Jeanette.
Can't you don't you know what people's names are?
I know, Jeanette. And I was telling Jeanette, and she looked up and she says she thinks she saw one a bit further up. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it moved.
There were 3 people that
Oh, we
walked
saw
past.
them. It were after.
That where I was round there.
after.
When I went to George Lambert's grave, they were behind me walking
Yeah,
up.
we saw them walk up. This were way after. It's when you were coming back down.
All right.
And there's like 2 trees together, and then there's one tree a bit further across.
Yeah,
Can't
but
see it now,
when I went over to George Lambert's, you know me, I'll walk around the cemetery.
Yeah.
I feel very uneasy tonight. I don't know why, but tonight I just don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it feels electric. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what it might be.
I feel opposite. I feel it's more exciting than not. It's just we've had that motion sensor go off, and we were listening to some music, so had a bit of music on and chit chatting and a bit of a laugh, and then we've just watched. Like I said, we were watching you go up, saw those people, and then watching you come back down.
I don't know. I just got that feeling there's people round us. There's quite
Jeanette said the same.
there's quite a lot of spirits here.
Jeanette said the same.
And I don't know why that could be compared to other nights we've been here, and I felt all right.
Now we're in. I mean, I've never been this part before,
Yeah,
so to me this is new.
I feel all right here, maybe because I'm here with Yor as well, and not on my own. But as soon as I went across over onto the other side, maybe you should have a walk on the other side when you can.
Yeah.
And you and Jeanette, and I'll wait here or something, and you have a walk over there. Take my camera if you want and film it, and see what you feel when you get over there. But
Yeah.
I feel what they call it here. Are you going there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't say you had to go now.
Time is of the essence. Might as well, haven't we? We've got
Yeah.
to do it.
You feel. Go to where we sat before, and try and walk through the trees a little bit. You might find that George Lambert. He's just up on a bit of a path.
Yeah.
But I ain't got a torch here, have I?
You can give you a torch.
But
Well, if I take my...
well, you've got a light here on my camera. No, because you'll be taking my camera,
No, but
so you don't need a light.
no, but if you want one, there's...
It's got batteries in.
I've got batteries in it.
Is that bright?
Yeah.
That's a fireman's torch.
Is it?
Yeah,
I've got brand new batteries here.
it's like a fireman's torch. Oh, it's that. Actually, I have got a light. But you're 4 minutes into this video. It only takes 25 minutes of the film. But you just walk up there. Tell me what you feel. Walk up the path a little bit, and because I don't feel.
Do you not feel safe, or just feel what? Uneasy, apprehensive?
I feel that.
Someone's going to jump at you.
I just feel uneasy.
Really?
Yeah. And
See, Jeanette said exactly
what's
the same
that
when she got here. What?
See, I'm thinking, is that somebody there in the trees? But it's not. It's the caravan. What's with those travellers? But I'm on edge tonight.
Alright. Feeling edgy?
I'm feeling edgy. I'm doing a Richard. Feeling edgy.
Oh, come on. Are we on? There's brand new batteries on.
Diane,
What?
I can sort me on like that.
What do you mean? It's
I've got a spare light in bag.
I love you. Try and get my lamp working.
There you go.
Try and get my lamp working then, for me.
Right, go on and you have a walk. There's 20 minutes left.
Okay.
50.
Yeah, we'll do 10 minutes up there and 10 minutes back. Me and Jeanette. Oh, hello. Having a flash.
But yeah, you have a walk over there.
It was this light here that went off.
What it?
That one.
That one on the ground.
Yep, that one. That one. Yeah. Soldier musician, 1950 to 2018. Kerry Manning. Ah, Kerry Manning. Da dee da 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 da. I know, it didn't make me jump. Sorry. I wobble a lot when I walk. Right then. Up here. See how far we get. Looks quite darker than usual as well. Maybe that's a factor. The trees have grown. And don't forget there's the electric pylons overhead. Which, pardon?
I just heard that.
Yeah. So that gives the EMF, which makes people feel paranoid, kind of.
It is eerie though, isn't it?
Yeah. Where George's grave is.
Weird, isn't it?
Did you? Well, sorry, I'm knocking.
An animal.
Knocking you flying, aren't I? It is a bit darker. And the trees, obviously, look at them, they've grown a hell of a lot. This is roughly where we heard the growl. Yeah, roughly. Come from over there. Talking 2 years ago now. We all heard it. And up there. And don't forget, I'm shining lights, so it's going to affect the birds and things. And that's the railway.
All right.
This path doesn't seem as long as it used to be.
Can't be walking easy up here.
Really? It's alright, we're only going to walk up and go back straight back down.
All right.
Slugs.
Oh, they're horrible.
Slugs.
Where are we going now?
Hey. See, the first time we come, we sat here. Yeah, we sat here, roughly, and we had laser lights on and stuff. Is anybody here with us tonight? Camera in my hand. Won't hurt you. if you come and speak to us, might be able to hear your voice on this device I've got. If you just speak clearly, say hello, tell us what your name is. My name's Diane.
I'm Jenna.
Might have seen me before. Is it our first time you've been here, Jenna?
Yeah, it's my first time.
It's a big, what do you call it down there, look? Banking. There's all this knotweed.
Certainly crammed them in, didn't they?
Yeah. It's 20,000, I think it said on my paper. Oh, look at the size of these trees. Wow, and the canopy that they're touching above.
Bit of shelter if it rains.
Yeah. So this is coming up to the bit of the growl that we heard first time I ever came here. It's right up that way, round here. Not want to scare you out, but I did think I saw a shadowy figure, but it could be a headstone. Right over there. Could be a headstone, you know, as we're walking.
Yeah,
So I'm not saying it is anything. It'll show up on camera. Maybe. In fact, that's quite alright if you want to come and show yourself to us on the camera. Come and stand right in front of us. Right, where's them trees where we thought we saw something when Martin was panning round?
further down.
Oh, is it further down?
Not.
Oh, I can hear him, yeah. Can't pinpoint where it was, because I know it was like 2 trees and then one on its own. Oh, hang on, is this it? Right. Is this it? No, it's not. Oh. No, it might have been a bit further up.
Here.
Oh, it's this bit, isn't it then? Right, so yeah, that's the big tree, and then there's the 2 trees. Well, it's not 2 trees, it's more than 2 trees, but that's it, isn't it? Yeah. And it looked like there was something here. So I don't know though. What do you think? Can't see how they could have made that shape.
No.
In particular, if you saw it going the other way, it like just stood when I thought I saw something. Were it walking when you saw it?
No, I just got a glimpse.
Well, you saw it further up than I did though. I've just heard a
Yeah.
from here. Let's have a listen. Hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Can you? What is it?
I don't know if it was like a little laugh or
Where
a
is it?
chatter, somebody chattering, I don't know. I definitely heard something.
I can hear it.
Is somebody else in here or?
No, there's only us. Well, that's coming from down there, so it's not
Oh,
here.
no.
This is coming from up here.
Yeah, that were an hour that I just
could have been chattering, mumbling.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that could be an animal.
Could be an animal, yeah.
Is there anybody with us? Could you make a noise?
Have we just heard you talking or mumbling or something? Can you hear it?
Here's that. That was a bit. Not there.
We could be disturbing animals a little bit,
Yeah,
maybe.
we could.
I'm not going to
That
put...
was voice. That was voice of some sort that I heard. It weren't a twig or anything.
Maybe he picked it up on camera.
Yeah.
Sounded like a
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
But it could have been talking then, like you said. I just heard the bit. But then, yeah, could be talking. Sounded like a female.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That one, he goes,
You've had a female through before.
Yeah. Do you want to have a look at what this way?
Yeah.
This is the way we usually go. This is where we usually camp up.
That would be cooking something.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually get to about here-ish. Maybe just a bit further. No, actually, no. Look at this. This is all overgrown. Yeah, this one. This is where we usually park up. If that was you that we heard mumbling or talking or whatever you were doing, do you want to come and speak a bit louder? Just so we can hear you? Just tell us your name or say something. Can we ask you if you're alright where you are? Are you happy? Are you okay? There's lots of bugs. We're attracting the bugs. The light's attracting the bugs. Can you see this light? It's just a light, won't hurt you. This camera, don't know what era you're from. It's just got moving pictures. But you might come from an era that's had kind of...
Did you hear that then? What? Sound like a whistle.
No, but I can hear that.
What?
There's some light here. Back.
I don't know.
It's an aeroplane. Might be an aeroplane. Well, I hope that you've spoken to us and I hope we've got your voice. And we hope you're happy and content wherever you are.
How did you feel? I do it quite, when we come here, I do it quite often on my own. I'll walk round. But tonight I just feel just totally different. But while you were walking up there, it felt like there was somebody walking around that bit there, and it felt like a gravel path.
Oh yeah.
And I could hear footsteps. I'm not sure what it was,
Is that
but
too bright?
Hey,
Is that too bright? Dimmed it down a bit.
I'll get used to it, but I feel like there was somebody walking on gravel,
Yeah.
but not getting too close, you know what I mean? How did you feel when you were walking up there, Diane?
Me, I'm fine. You know me.
But
Don't bother me. But
it doesn't
we
usually
think,
bother me, but tonight it did.
we're not sure, we think we heard like a mumble, murmur, and Jeanette hit it on edge. She said it sounded like talking, like a kind
Yeah.
of mumbling, chattering.
Yeah.
Jeanette, can't keep calling her Jackie. Sorry,
I'll
Jeanette.
be Jackie tonight.
You be Jackie. I'm doing it, or I could keep
Begins with J. It's close enough for
Jeanette.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of heard like mumbling,
Yeah.
like,
Are you facing
whatever.
the camera at me?
Yeah, but I've turned it down a bit so it wasn't blinding you.
It don't matter. I can take it.
So you might have got something on there. I don't know.
You just, I don't know.
A couple of noises, weren't there? Some rustling.
As you know, I've walked up and down this graveyard on my own at night
Oh
time.
no, you've done that.
And,
I always do that.
But tonight I just feel
Yeah.
so uneasy.
Yeah, Jeanette said the same so when she got here. Me, I
When
just,
first
it's more
came here, I had those chest
exciting.
pains, didn't I?
Yeah,
Did you?
yeah.
Yeah, I started with chest pains
Yeah.
just before I started filming Diane.
We tried to see where the trees were, what we thought we saw something.
Yeah.
And we've had a look on the opposite side and now around. We can't find anything that looks like what we think we saw. 'Cause,
What do you mean what you saw? Why did you see something?
we think we did. We don't
When you
know.
were walking round.
Oh yeah.
Up there, you were panning round with the light, and there's two trees there on the path.
Yeah.
I saw something in between the two trees, as I thought it looked like a figure.
Yeah.
I said, Jeanette, can you see anything there? She looked and she said she saw something further up.
Right.
But obviously, when I looked again, it had gone. But Jeanette said it's moved.
Yeah.
We can't see anything up there of anything really that looks like what we think we saw. I don't know. Looked like a person. You know, like I say, we're around that area, and you shone the light down the path, and then you were coming down, and it looked like someone was stood. And I don't know if it was before or after Jeanette. I think before Jeanette said she felt like she was being watched.
I'm getting, just as you were talking, I heard like those footsteps again, like on gravel.
And when you think about it, I didn't realise how close we were to that path really, until we just walked up. But when you were up there, that motion sensor went off,
Oh yeah.
and it's only gone off the once.
It's not gone off while I've been here.
Which side is the sensor on?
There's one down there on the floor, and there's one on that plastic lid.
Oh, it's on this side, the sensor then.
Hey?
Jeanette? The sensor part is on this side, I think. So they might have been walking that way rather than coming up.
Yeah.
Might be walking away from us, not coming up. Well, that sensor light went off, and it was about 5 minutes later, we think we saw something through the trees.
Well, this is where the what do you call it should have been. What do you call that building?
See something.
Oh yeah.
It was Japanese or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Because what I did was, you know, on my phone on Google,
Yeah.
I let that play, and it got it on my Google, and it tells
Oh
us
yeah,
what
yeah,
it was.
yeah. You told. Yeah, I remember you doing it.
We'll have to do it again to see what it was, because I can't remember.
Can you hear the music box going off? Would you like to go up and touch the music box? Would you like to go play with it? There's two balls on there as well, which light up. You're more than welcome to touch those balls and play with them on the table. I've got to get that in.
Yes.
Can you hear the music box? Did you have a music box when you was alive? It's called a carousel. It's got horses on it. Can you go up and touch it? Try and stop it from playing music. But, is that come to the end of the...
Yeah.
Or is it just stopped? If there's somebody here, can you light those two bowls up what's on the table as well? Thought it's talking again. Come on, please, show us a sign that you're here. There's some lights on the ground as well. Do you want to speak to us? Can you show us, by touching one of the lights, can you show us a sign for yes? We're here as friends. My name's Martin.
I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Diane. We might have spoken to you before. Were you here before when we fetched some toys? And we were sat on the other side. That's me. Sticking my box behind my back. Did you remember the noisy little thing? And we asked you to touch the little noisy thing to get buzzing and going off. You did really well with that. That's the first time that had ever worked. Me and Jeanette just walked up there a bit ago, where we were sat last time. Do you remember us?
Did John Livesey take your body? When you died, did he take your body and use it? Did he sell it? Did he give your body away? Maybe you didn't have a proper burial. We believe that your body was stored here, where this, where we're at, this bit of land that we're on now. We believe that there was, what was it? The Chapel of Rest. Was your body, was your coffin interned here with you in it? Was it taken to Sheffield University? To one of the universities in Sheffield? Was your corpse, was your body used for scientific research? Did doctors cut you up?
That's not very nice.
That's well, you got to. There's no other way of putting it, is there?
That's not very nice, is it? We understand what we're saying.
Has anybody else gone cold?
No, I've not gone cold.
It's really cold right here.
Are you cold?
Just suddenly dropped temperature.
Maybe you didn't have a proper burial that you wanted. You wasn't laid to rest. Is that correct? You was taken from this chapel here, and you was sold. Your body was sold. Did you know that?
But there's no... You won't know how long it was going on for, or how many people. And it did say we're under 16 Europe, from 16 under, by the sounds of it. But that eyewitness account didn't say anything about adults.
Yeah, it just said children, didn't it, from 1600s, and newborn babies.
Yeah. So I mean, how many years did it go on for, and
Yeah.
how many people were used like that? It's awful.
I need to change my light because
Just put your hand over it so you can feel how cold it is.
over where
Where I am.
I can't really tell because I've got... Are you stood near Jeanette?
At least we got the J bit right.
Yeah.
We're getting the J.
You're a Jackie and a Janet tonight. I'm just going to change my light. That's better.
Martin said that's better.
Yeah, I've just spoken and said that's better. Do you just want to hold camera while I just pour myself a drink?
Yeah, sure. Your battery's going, Martin. Would you like to come over to this table? There's some toys there. Would you like to set the motion sensor off? It's just a light. It won't hurt you in any way. And we're not coming here being disrespectful. We're just looking to talk to you. Quite shocked about what we've read. We've got conflicting stories. So we don't know what's true. Maybe you can tell us. Them bugs. There are lots of bugs. They look quite big on the screen as well when they're flying past, some of them. One just flew past, they're quite large, and they're tiny little nuts.
Would you like us to turn the light off so you can come and touch these devices on the ground? Could you touch the balls on the table? Are you afraid of the light that we've got? This light won't hurt you.
It's just a lamp, like any lamp that you've got, what you've seen before.
Maybe you could be a soldier and your name is on that that cenotaph there. Was you a soldier? Are you afraid of us? Are you afraid to come and speak to us?
That's a big moth. Yeah. Can you set the lights going? Are you fed up of us? Flash the light, let us know. Just touch the balls on the table. Are you fed up of our questions?
Would you like us to leave you in peace?
Bugs are getting me.
Are we bothering you? We've been here many times before, like we said before. Me and Diane have been here many times. Jeanette is first time here. Are you clicking? How come you're clicking behind you?
I'm freezing here,
Are you?
Oh yeah.
it's really cold.
Do you want to swap seats?
No, I'm not.
I wanted to see if you wanted to swap, just for it.
See if you could feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Martin. Have a go. I'm warm. I'm
no,
warm.
I've got no clothes on.
Yeah, Martin's streaking. It's not really.
It's warm,
Kidding.
yeah.
It's not really. He's got clothes on.
Do you feel warmer?
Mm.
Oh, your chair's uneven.
Don't move. I feel quite uneasy sat there. I feel a lot better sat here.
It does feel a little bit colder here, actually.
Well, do you know something, Jeanette? Now you've come and sat here, it's cold around here now.
Is it?
Yeah,
Somebody with me then, didn't they?
possibly. Oh yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, it is colder here.
Yeah, but now
Why
Jeanette's
would it be colder
moved.
here? Because we're only about 3
Yep.
foot away.
Yeah, but I was quite warm.
Now, this side of me's warm,
Yeah.
and this side is cold.
It's a bit funny this. It's a bit odd.
See anything around me?
Yeah, but since Jeanette swapped places with you, I've gone cold. And I was perfectly warm.
I feel like all my hand is.
I was perfectly warm. Yeah, cold. But I was just warm. Oh, I'm feeling cold now. It's your fault. It made me cold. I'm kidding. It's alright. But it's strange though how the temperature's changed with just you two swapping seats. That's not normal.
I felt it just drop like that.
Yeah, but I was perfectly warm. And my back's cold. in between me and you was cold. And when Martin was sat where you are.
I felt cushiony there.
What?
Can I just turn this to... I'll put
God,
the...
as Del would say.
Let me turn this
I'm
down a
alright
bit.
now,
I
sat down.
Let me just turn it down so I can...
felt really,
is that... right.
I didn't feel no coldness there.
I'm just going to
But
do
here
that.
I do.
Because you two swapped chairs.
Now is the airflow be different here on this bit, but
Oh.
it should be the same here.
We're
Yep.
close together though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what? There's a... How much? There's a gap between me and you. There's a gap between you two. But you two swap places. And it's cold in between me and Jeanette. It's cold round my back.
It's cold. My arms are cold.
Yeah, but I wasn't cold. That's what I'm saying. You two swapped places and then I went cold, so what's that about?
I don't know.
I felt really uneasy there. Here I'm alright. How are you feeling
Yeah,
sat there?
you
I just feel
alright?
cold.
Just cold.
Yeah, my arms have gone cold now.
You feel
Yeah.
it?
That's weird.
Is there somebody stood here where I am right now?
No, it's just a bit weird though.
Maybe this is where they might have put the bodies. Do you know, just here?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, do you?
No.
When the chapel here.
Yeah, but I've gone to a point where I'm shivering cold. That's weird. You only swap places. It shouldn't have affected me. I were quite warm.
This chair's going.
I felt fine and warm. And I've got to a point to like shivering now.
Alright then, just stop back.
You just.
Can I go and sit there?
Yeah, of course you can.
Here, grab that.
Do you want me
Grab
to,
that.
do you want me
Because
to film?
this is odd.
I've got it.
It's a little bit odd.
Do you want me to grab it?
You just get rid of this.
Yeah, you sit there then. You sit.
I'm gonna say what?
Oops.
Swap places. I were feeling quite warm, right?
Yeah, I was.
You two swap places, and then next I'm going cold. Is that why?
So I've got my hood up and frozen.
Yeah, but I'm absolutely fine.
I don't feel cold here.
It's a bit uneven. That's it. Yeah, but I were fine. Had no problems at all. Really warm. Hands were warm. Felt warm. You two swap places. In between me and you went freezing cold, and that back of me went just cold. So that's a bit odd.
So are you feeling? Are you feeling there?
Me, I'm fine.
Yeah, cold.
Don't you feel cold?
I'm cold, but like I said, I were warm where you were sat, where I was sat.
I was loving one where
Yeah.
Jeanette sat in my
I
chair.
were warm, and then you two swapped places. Then it plummeted in between me and, in between like you and Jeanette now.
Yeah.
It went cold there, and then it went cold all right back of me. Which is odd. And my hands were warm. My hands gone cold. It's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm going to say
Oh, that's a dog barking.
strange. You know, when I first joined group, I kept saying, "Oh, it's strange, it's strange, it's strange." Yeah, it's strange.
Can you let us know you're here? Can you do something to let us know you're here by walking in front of those lights on the ground?
Swapping places shouldn't have affected me.
We respectfully ask you.
That shadow of the obelisk looks like a figure. But when we had the lights off earlier, that wouldn't have caused a shadow, would it? Because with the lights off. And that's where I thought I saw somebody stood back of the table. Also, I saw something near that height on that path. So,
You're walking around us right now.
I don't know.
I felt that there was more than
Thank you.
more than a couple of people here earlier on when I was walking around.
Martin, do you want a sweet?
It's clean.
You put that on.
Well, remember those flashy balls haven't gone off. Do you want Diane to come and walk close to you?
I'll walk over.
If you walk, if Diane walks over to you, will you touch those flashy balls for us? Oh, these blinking insects are biting.
Horrible, aren't they?
Hmm. Let's Diane wants to take them off. Just take the cat ball off.
Is they close enough to send that thing right up there?
Yeah. Can you do that? What Diane's just done? Can you touch those lights?
They're really easy to do. Lots of people have done it for us, and we've asked them to. Children like to play with them.
Oh, I thought I saw something in front of me then.
I can hear a cricket.
I thought I saw something orange in front of me. There was some orange.
Orange.
I'm sure there were. What appeared on the film, on the screen on the camera. I'm sure there were. Did somebody just stand in front of me? Could you do that again?
You want me to?
We're not getting no activity with the equipment,
No.
but
We're seeing things.
yeah, we're seeing things in dark. They're not.
Like on that path, I saw something and it was dark. But you know, like pink in my face. Yay big, about this big. And it run and then disappeared.
Could that be? That could be spirit of a child.
Probably. And then I did see something behind the table. And then obviously when you went up and put things on, it just went. Been a different kind of a night tonight. We're seeing and sensing things rather than anything else, which is good.
Well, come on, you need to prove to us that there's somebody here. We can't go home empty-handed. If you would like us to go home, you need to touch something. As soon as we get the proof, then we can go home. We can leave you in peace. Would you like that? If you do, go touch some of the items that are around. As soon as we got the proof that people are here, that people are wandering the cemetery here, we can decide to go home and leave you alone. You can hear crickets.
Or a grasshopper.
Ah, grasshopper.
Something like that, on the back of it. Every now and again it keeps rubbing its legs together or whatever it is.
That's your neck trying to keep warm.
It could be. It's not that cold there.
No, I do feel, but I think it has changed slightly in temperature as the night's going on. What time is it?
12 last time I just looked.
So it
20 past 12. It's been different this side at the graveyard. Because the other side you seem to get REM pods going off and stuff like that. Well, this side's different.
Yeah.
Feels different.
Yeah. It does compared to that side.
Like the other side, you'll get K2 REM pod going off. As you go over.
Yeah, they've not gone off all night, have they? I'm just going to go to that thingy and document it. What I just read out. Yeah, okay, your start. Anyway, yeah. So we come up to the location. The cenotaph is here, but we've come. This location was actually where the used to keep the bodies here in the chapel, and so we didn't know that this used to be the chapel before they put the cenotaph here. And there's some little bit of documented history here on this plaque. I'm not sure if I've seen this plaque before. So it says here, Wardsend Cemetery opened in 1857. However, the mortuary chapel, which used to stand here, was built later, replacing a marquee which had been erected as a temporary measure for funeral services. The chapel and other buildings were designed by the well-known architect Wakeman Hatfield, and Goldie Matthew Ellison Hatfield is better known for designing Sheffield's Cholera Monument and St Mary's Roman Catholic Cathedral, while Wakeman Hatfield and Goldie were tasked with the detailed designs of the wicket arches. In 1954, after falling into disrepair, the buildings, including the chapel, were demolished, as it was thought that they were of no historical architectural merit or interest. The site became overgrown, but after being cleared in 2014, an excavation of the University of Sheffield Department of Archaeology revealed their foundations, as well as a mixture of plain blue and floral patterned tiles, probably dating back to the refurbishment in 1922. So that's like a picture there of what the I don't know if my oh, that light's gone off there. That's gone off. Let me just try and put that to one side there so you can get a better view of the picture of what the landscape looked like. So there's a, now I'm not sure if this is a detail from Sheffield and the Valley of Don 1863 by Edward Price. So could it be an actual picture? But where's the lake? Where's the lake gone? Looks like there's a lake there and a couple of ponds. There's about 3 ponds there, and the river running at that'll be the river that's running up at the bottom here. So it looks like there used to be a lake somewhere in down there. So this looks like archaeologists digging up the foundations here from the university, and that's the floral tile there that they're talking about. So quite interesting. This site is now used as a performance space for community events as well as for annual remembrance services, which are taking place since 2014. Okay, quite interesting. But let me put that light back on here. That light went off. Now I don't know if that light went off on the ground because of me or what. So I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'm going to join Diane and Jeanette as they're doing the tippy table. Okay, these lights are going off because I'm walking past them. That light went off.
Yeah, I saw it.
So what happened?
Yeah, close your eyes, you're like spinning round in circles.
Is that because the earth's moving?
No. I got my eyes closed and I just felt like I'm spinning. I'm just, did you know? Yeah, your eyes closed, because you know, so just close them and see what you feel. She felt sick.
You felt sick?
Same thing. I felt like you're spinning round.
But as the table moved?
Yeah.
No, but
Did you feel like it were moving then?
to me it felt like it were doing something, like vibrating more than moving.
Yeah.
Like gently.
So the noise in those trees.
Mm-hmm. Big birds.
Got sniffles. Alright.
So if we push this table one side to the other, we can get some communication going. Try and use that energy for the table. Just felt like you were spinning round and round in circles. You had close your eyes, Martin, see if you can feel it.
Shouldn't say things like that, Diane.
I meant, see if you can feel like your head spinning round, you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's got to lower the tone. It is. Good
I
job.
just heard a noise behind you then, Diane.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't feel like I don't feel like my head is spinning.
It's not spinning now, I just feel dizzy.
You feel dizzy?
When I close my eyes, yeah.
Sick. Dizzy sick. Dizzy sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel when
Dizzy sick.
spirits are going to communicate. Do we have anybody here wishing to communicate with us? Would you like to show us a sign that you're here by moving this table? Can you tilt this table for us? For a sign? Could you show a sign for yes? Can you lift this table for us? Can you pick it up onto 2 legs? Or could you let us know by just shaking the table? We respectfully ask you to come forward and show us a sign that you're here and speak to us. Some of you must have done this when you was alive in the Victorian era. When they used to have parlours. You go to one of these parlour parties and do table tipping. This is the same thing that we're doing here right now. All you have to do is lift this table, use the energy from the cemetery, use the energy from the ground, use the energy from my light if you want, but don't take it all. Could you push the table to somebody for a sign for yes, that you can hear our voice?
Feels heavy this side.
Huh? I heard a knock then, but it was that.
That was me, because I just went like that.
Alright.
But it feels heavy this side. So I've only got my fingers on light.
I had my hand flat down. Could you come forward, please? Come and show us a sign that you're here. Could you tip the table? Like I said, they would have done this. You would have probably done this in your time. If you went to a parlour and did, if you was into the paranormal. Did you call it paranormal in your days? Did you attend group seances? Maybe a lot of you were Christians here as well. Now that table just, not sure what caused that. Did you, was you a Christian? Maybe you never did anything like this. Because the church may have told you that it was wrong to do this sort of thing. Was that correct?
Sorry.
Could you show us a sign that you're here? What you would need to do is push the table up off onto two legs. The table is on 4 legs at the moment. Could you make it go up onto 4? Onto 2, sorry.
Do all that well, it's a beetle.
A beagle?
Yeah, a beetle walking around.
Which one?
George.
I thought it was. Do you want to speak to us? Are you afraid to come and speak to us? Maybe because you was taught that doing this was wrong. Which were all Christians that was buried here. Was it an Anglican church? What Anglican graveyard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm Anglican. I was baptised Anglican. I was baptised at a church in Australia, which is an Anglican church, which is called St. Francis of Assisi. I believe John Levy's.
What his name is?
John Livy's when you was accused of digging up bodies when grave robbing. You had to go to the York CCs. Is that true? Did you have to go to one of the churches in York? Maybe that's what the church is, York Assisi's. So
I'm buzzing now. Insect trying to get him here. Insects get everywhere.
do you feel comfortable speaking to us? Like I said, we won't harm you in any way. All you had to do is lift this table, just push it to one side for a sign for yes, and push it to another sign for a sign for no. Could you show us a sign for yes? Could you push the table and show us a sign for yes? Would you like to show us a sign for no? Is that moving? Could you do that again, please? Could you show us a sign for no again? But put a little bit more strength into it.
I'm not 100% sure whether that.
Can you lift it right up, if possible?
It's doing something.
Could you just push the table to somebody else for a sign for yes? Can you do that? I think it is moving, this table. Okay. Can you use a bit more energy? Can you use a little bit more energy? Take the energy from my light here if you can, but don't take it all. Okay, show me a sign for yes again, please.